Hey guys, back here at Builds with Nate here again. Back here playing around a little junkyard. I'm just back here gonna pull the pickup module out of a 305 Chev motor distributor here. Old van I got back in the yard had, when it was parked, no forward gears, just had reverse left. And carburetor's been robbed, put on something else. We're just going to rob that pickup module out of this distributor. I know this one was good, and it was good when it was parked, but we can build our harness with this one and fire it up, and I'll buy another one. They're cheap, so I know these are good in a lot of places. These here last a long time. So I'm going to set the camera up here and see if I can pull this out here for you guys while we're on. Set you up in the van here just to see what's happening. Had a good cruise today. Bunch of guys, Doug, Barrett, and what was in here? A bunch of the boys. Good little rip. Hopefully we can do it again sometime. I only brought a few tools with me. We'll see how rusty this thing is. She might be too rusty to get apart. If it is, might even be too rusty to get apart. Might not even be any good inside. Not until I get it apart, I guess. And I forgot my mic out in the shop. So, we're micless, guys. Hopefully we'll make her anyways. We'll make her. I did forget the mic in the video in the truck today, too. Got it twice today. I gotta buy a new mic because I got that one half destroyed already. Man, this thing is rusty. Is this rusty here? The rest of it might be no good, but it ain't gonna hurt to have a look. I don't see the light come out. That one's out. Almost all the way. What a beautiful day here in Nova Scotia today. Finally, we had a nice 2-day weekend. Both days were nice. We were able to get out and about and do things in the sunshine. Hopefully everybody else got things done in the sunshine this weekend. I know I was happy. Yeah, Barrett, Doug, and Darren. Darren's got the 29. That's the one I put the crank bearings and rod bearings and stuff in the car last winter for him. And he's running her, put a bunch of miles on her already, he said. That's the first time we get to hang out though, and we got more coming. We're going to have a bunch more cruising coming, I believe. Now, what else do we got here to get that off? So, excited. If we can get, take enough time off work to do a little cruising, we got to try to do it. Get our projects out. Get them on the road. That's what it's all about. We went to Annapolis Royal. That's where we went today. It was about, if you were on the highway, it's an hour drive on the highway, but we took all the back roads. We were a good hour and a half probably. Hour and a half easy getting there, or better, because we still had to stop at Timmy's, guys, Had to stop at Timmy's. And we were just, like I said, we were just taking our time the whole way. Nobody was in a hurry today. So, that's the way she goes when you get going out for cruises. Yeah, we get to see her pickup out of this thing. And I know it did work because I drove it. Then we can mock it all up with this one. Everything is here. Everything is here that we need. Yeah. The two there, this plug in here, these two is the pickup, the Aiken brake. So she yanks and breaks the fire on them too. Yeah. And all we got to do is bolt this here so it has going to have ground through that. I'll explain it a little better when we start wiring it in. And she ain't that hard to do, guys. Ain't that hard to do. And makes her good. Makes her good. So, yeah, that came apart pretty good. Easier than I was suspecting. Actually, I'm going to cut that. Did I bring anything to cut with me? Don't think I brought any cutter with me. But one of them pins is smaller than the other. We can use new ones. But I might be able to use the flat screwdriver and just cut them wires off with the flat screwdriver. All I brought was just a snap-on screwdriver and a 1/4-inch socket set. It's been a while since I had one of these apart, so I should have brought a couple more things, but that's all right. We'll just see if I can cut that wire right off. I don't care about this distributor. Ah, one crack. Flat screwdriver to the job, guys. Done. There. We even got our plug. Got our plug. Got one spade on this. One side of the spade is bigger than the other. So, kind of nice just to have the plug too. Yep. So now we got her. All right. Well, that was easy breezy lemon squeezy. You never know, right? You never know. So, I'll see what I'm going to do here. I'm probably going to add another video to this. Back at you guys. How's it going tonight? Anyways, she is, what is it today? Monday evening, about 10 o'clock. I've been out here fooling around a little bit tonight. I come out to work on a Chev and I looked at the 57 and I figured I better do a little bit of stuff on that instead. Kind of wanted to do a few things to this and that's what I was feeling. So I have gone ahead, I'm going to show you here. I have gone ahead and I have got the headers on this now. Headers are on it. The collectors aren't hooked up. Headers are on. Water pump pulley. Power steering belt. They're not tight. They're just on there. Now the alternator, as you know, I was putting the AC Delco onto her. Anyways, the bolt pattern's the same for the adjuster. It's a 7/16 bolt. And the AC Delco only had, I think it was a 3/8 hole in it. So I had to drill that out to a 7/16. But now we have a spacer dilemma, right? Away she goes. So we're going to cut a spacer for that. Cut a spacer for that. I'm going to put Teflon tape on this here oil line. Anyway, it has the plastic oil line in it in the car right now. We're going to leave it on it for right now, but I am ordering a copper one. I'm going to run the copper line into it. I know the copper one is the better way to go. But the kit always comes with the El Cheapo plastic one, and you always put it in and get it running and try to run it so it don't chafe and away from heat and stuff like that. And a lot of times you can do it, but my green truck's got a plastic one and been in it for 10 years. But I bought the copper one for that and never installed it. So we will get it installed one of these days. It will happen. So I'm going to stick some Teflon. Yeah, I'll do that first. Teflon on that, and we'll see about see about doing more things and whatnot. So it's a cool evening out here tonight, guys. Cool evening. Now, I always put the Teflon on reverse thread. That way when you spin any of your sensors and pipes and stuff in with Teflon on them, it doesn't spin right off. You put it on reverse, and then when you screw it in, it spins it the right way so it doesn't spin it off. I usually use pipe dope on these with Teflon, but I'm all out of pipe dope. So we're going to do it just with Teflon. It probably won't leak. A lot of times they don't. But you're guaranteed when you use both, 90% of the time. Guaranteed. So just wrap that way backwards. Now we'll stick that in. Now I want to see if I can throw that up in that nice tight position. We'll see if I can get you up in there. Try to find you a spot to stand. I was trying to find a spot here earlier for this thing to stand. It wasn't working out the greatest. So I'm hoping that this time I got you on the fan. Oh, you might be able to stay there. We had to go in the back area down in there. God love them for putting it back there. It's in a better place than some, though. Better place than some. Yeah. Down in there. Get that in. Snug her up. Get her tight. I might have to grab a socket because I might not get enough. We'll see. I should be able to get some more. How wiggly are you guys up there? I probably should have just put a socket on the deep well socket on this to start with. Nothing wrong with a little struggle. Is there, guys? It's a story of our life. Struggling. Right, Brian? Brian knows we struggle. Away she goes. Hope everybody had a good day. She's been a nice one here. I was worked on an excavator all day today. Hooking up some bypass valves and running new hydraulic lines, and had to rewire a proportioning. I'm going to call it a proportioning valve. There's another name for it. I'm calling it proportioning valve. Switch over for different accessories on the boom, because I have wired the boom for it and everything. Bunch of lights on stuff last time. That's the fun of today. Was when I come home, relax a little bit. There. All right. Like I say, I have a copper one on order for this. We're going to still put this one on it for now. So at least we can check to see what we got for oil pressure when this thing starts. Buddies I got it from, there was no gauge on it. Well, I had the old needle gauge on it, and he said it was running up decent on that, so he couldn't remember how high or whatever, but we'll find out shortly. I'm amazed at how clean this motor is inside, so I'm curious to see how good she's going to sound. She should be half decent. The old girl. Snug that up. Now, get that snug. And we'll give this here old power steering bracket a snug-a-rooney while we're here. Now, are you in your eyes anywhere near that? No, you're not. See if we get you on the other side. Dun, dun, dun. The game of keeping the tripod in position is fun sometimes, ain't it? I usually snug these up and then run them a bit and re-snug them. I like the ratchet wrenches when we get them in there to use them as much as possible. I know everybody else is saying, where's your electric ratchet? And it is here somewhere. This was just closer. We're almost ready to put the radiator in this thing. There. Actually, while we're here, if I can get you aimed down. Well, first we'll go up here. While you're here, I actually had the distributor cleaned up tonight. Cleaned the distributor. Just a quick little dust in the black. We'll put that in now. I marked it in a bunch of different places. And let's see if I can get you to stand in here again. Oh yeah. Maybe. Yeah. So when I took it out, when I took the distributor out, I used the hole in the bolt hole and marked, get to you here, and I marked the outside of the distributor here. And on the inside, I actually did a couple marks on the inside. I marked right on the pickup to there, and I marked one side of the pickup down to there, which I'll have to clean that off. So then I got a mark here and the bolt hole. Now, saying that, actually, I'm going to put a little bit of lube on that O-ring. Lube on that. Probably should have had a new one, but we're not in the new ones right now. We're in the getting her going ones. This is going to get her going. If it don't leak, happy days. If it does, we'll pull it back apart and put an O-ring on it. It's only temporary anyways. I'm using that a lot because a lot of people wonder sometimes. There, get some lube on that. She was seized. First got it, so we put the WD to her and let her set for a couple days. Wiggled and jiggled and tap-a-rootied a bunch. And she came free, guys. She came free. Like I said, I had the HEI one, but I didn't want to run the HEI one in this one. I like these old door spark distributors the best. So now we're lining that up there. That's lined up there. Really, it should go back one tooth and somewhere right there. If that oil shaft hasn't moved on us, that's where it should fall in, really. Sometimes the oil shaft, once you get it lined up, you can pick her up. Okay, so now the oil shaft went in and nothing's in line. So I'll pick it back up. I'll pick it back up just enough. I'll come off the tooth and it should turn that oil shaft right with it. Sometimes it will and sometimes it won't. And there we are. Yeah, she went right in. Lined right up on my marks. Like, I didn't time the motor just when I pulled the distributor. So it's hard to see that mark, but I had a yellow mark on the side of the distributor right there with the bolt hole. And then I had that lined up there and there. So she's back in right where she's gonna be, right there. So that'll put that back in. We're good there, guys. We're good there. I'm gonna run a new harness on that. All right, where's my bolt for that? I'll find that after. I got the bolt here on, probably over here in the pile of, oh yeah, you think, oh, I might paint that too. Yeah, I'll clean it up and paint it. It'll take a minute. Wire brush. I gotta get a wire wheel for my bench grinder. Okay, let's like this is in line, really good in line actually. But the AC Delco alternator is narrower here, where the Ford one, of course, is that much more wider. I'm going to grab I got a spacer here. We're just going to cut a spacer. See if I can get you back up here again. Dun, dun, dun. I'm enjoying finding places for you guys to hang here half the time on this whole thing. You never know if you're going to fall over or join the club. Yeah. Maybe we'll go back over here somewhere. Dun, 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 dun. All right, where is my spacer? So I got another one from the set from the other motor, another exact same spacer, and I'm just going to cut it off to length. Once I find you guys a good place to stand here, let's tripod this thing out. Oh, maybe I get you in here. Maybe you'll tripod enough right there. Tripods are overrated, guys. There, I'm going to jam something underneath its leg, and you'll be minty fresh. All right, happy days. Yeah, there we go. So, now, I guess I should grab a marker real quick. I guess my mic's still on, light's still on. We're getting her done. Milwaukee markers Buddy sent. We're still using them all the time. Thanks, man. Now, shove that in there tight, all the way in. And I'm going to mark that. And we'll just take the old zip blade and give her the G to the O. That's what we'll do. She'll be good enough. The old charging turbine here geared up. Locked out. The motor I got that came out of the truck had 2 brand new belts on it. Both Napa belts. Now, what I like to do is I like to take a piece of tape. After I've marked it, I usually take a piece of tape, go around. It kind of gives me a square, shouldn't say square, a straight edge. If I follow my marks, gives me a straight edge just to follow around. All my marks guaranteed aren't the same place, as you can tell. So I just kind of pick what's the straightest, follow it around, and then I'll cut it with the grinder. So I'm going to stay on this side of it, so it gives me a little bit more extra. Okay, what grinder do we got geared up here? We got safety glasses. Yeah, we got dirty grinders underneath greasy Chev things over here. Grab a pair of vice grips. How do I get this here to turn down better on you guys? Well, I'm going to go use my floor bench. You know, the floor bench, guys. The grinder ain't close enough to the bench. It's already geared up here. I just need a pair of vice grips, which I had over here somewhere. Starting to get a mess here from fooling with this stuff. So I'll get some dirty vice grips onto her. There. Yeah, we'll cut that off. And which way do I want to do it so I can see what I'm doing? See how close we get on, the floor bench. Oh yeah, this is that cord that's no good. I had a bunch of cords around here that need to be fired away. There we go. Remove my scripts. I should have had them on the end anyways. For a better deal. Make for a better deal. Slicing and dicing. Ain't even bleeding yet. It is aluminum, so it cuts nice. And how crooked it is. We'll give her a quick little... Yeah, you know, the old zip blade grinding disc. I got a rat-tailed file here. I'll just give that a quick rub. Take the burrs off of it. Oh, we don't want that one. We want this other one. There. So I gotta... We'll check to see how close to the right size it is. But got a few burrs on the end of it. I just use a rat-tailed file. I could use a drill. My Milwaukee drill has a chuck burn up in it, so I gotta get another drill or a chuck. And I haven't got to that yet. All my to-do lists have been getting longer. One of these days, soon, there's gonna be Fridays coming where going to be doing our own to-do list, me and Dougie. All I'm doing is taking the burr off it. Of course, where that's aluminum, it sucked up the heat nice and quick. So it's good for the fingers. It's too bad for the fingers. We'll put a pair of gloves on. Actually, I might have to put a pair of gloves on. It is quite warm. It is quite warm. All right. I wonder how close to the mark. Whoop. Is that close to the mark that I actually got her? Where are we at here? Where are we at here, guys? There's the alternator. I think I got it all tripoded out, right? Nope, totally wrong spot. There it is. I need to get the tripod. There's where it needs to go. Come on. Stay with me. Tripod. And it ain't. Alright, guys. There. Alright. It's warm. Can't see with the safety glasses on. Did I cut it too short? It is too. Look at this. I'll put a pair of gloves on. Still too hot. Okay, let's see how close it is. I'm thinking that's going to be just about perfect. So we'll pull the bolt back out here, suck it in, and see if everything stays in line. We'll see if she stays in line or not. Oh, that is hot in the fingers. Woo! Aluminum likes to suck up the heat. Should have left that glove on a little while longer, I guess, guys. What a guy. Why did I do that? I don't like these gloves. They're too thick on the hands. They're good for cotton and stuff. But, oh, there comes in Mr. Junebug visiting. Mr. Junebug coming for a visit. They like it out here. The new lights. They love the lights, them Junebugs do. I might have to loosen off my front bracket just a little bit. Of course, that oil bracket is right. Oh, come on back. There we go. Get them off there. Is anybody else working on the projects tonight? I sure hope so. Look at going on here. There she be. We all gotta get a little excited for our projects we do. And that's the way she goes. 5/8, 5/8. 5/8. Do I have a socket here? I gotta do a cleanup here, guys. Holy mackerel. The stuff is getting too far. Too far here. And when you're doing 13 things, sometimes the cleanup isn't always the one you want to do. Oh, you're not lined up. You're not lined up. Okay, I'll loosen off that bottom bolt. Now I can't see where it is. There we go. There we go. Kind of want to spin this in and just snug it up a little bit and double check the alignment on this here belt while we're here. And by golly, that looks pretty darn good. I'll see if I can show you the alignment on that. So, if you guys can see right down past up down there, that's actually pretty darn good. Yeah. We'll give that a try, guys. All right. So, that's just a couple little things here tonight. It's getting on 10:30, quarter to 11. And I got them headers on tonight. I got them front pulleys on. And the alternator slap sloobered in there. Power steering, oil line. We are getting close. I got a couple carburetors here, but I don't know if I'm going to try any of these ones again. I found a 750 Albrock, I think. I'm not an Albrock guy, but I think I'm going to try an Albrock for the first time. And I'm going to try one of them, I think. I found a 650 and a 750. So, either or, we'll try it out. I've got a 780 Holly here. I had it on that other motor, and it was okay on the bottom. It was too much. A little too much, that 780 was. And then I had a 650 on it that I actually still have. I might not throw it out yet, because it just needs to be cleaned. I need to take that one and clean on the front bowl. Everything is clean as a whistle. Works excellent. Idle's good on the bottom end and stuff. The secondary is dirty. It looks like there's paint inside of it because the way the gas went. Just a bugger to clean. And everybody talks up the Albrock's really good, so I think I'm going to give them a try. So we're ready now for radiator, carburetor. I got to sand the ends of the spark plugs off because somebody painted the motor and never taped them off, and now the tips of the spark plug down here are covered in paint. I know who did that. That guy that looks at himself in the mirror first thing in the morning, that guy. So I'm going to scuff that off. Mr. Junebug, he didn't make it far. Doot, 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 doot. I like this sound here of the June bug is the great one. Poor guy. All right, guys. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking. I'm still having fun with this, picking my poison on my times when I'm doing them, and hopefully sometime I can make it more time right for everybody. And yeah, it's coming. So hope everybody has a good night. Tomorrow's supposed to be sunny here again. And keep picking away at your projects, guys. And to enjoy them, get them on the road, run them. They don't have to be shiny. They don't have to have all the bells and whistles onto them. If it runs and it's got brakes and it's safe, run that thing. Run it. You don't have to have designer seats. You can have whatever in them seats. Yeah, whatever. As long as you're happy, you did it yourself, and you enjoy it, that's what matters, guys. That's what matters. If she blows smoke off the tires and sounds cool, that's even better. Thanks for coming out, guys. Catch you all in the next one.